Greetings. Welcome to episode 6 of Keybounce's Jampack judging playthrough of the Langoliers. Today's goal is to turn 56 grout into a Smeltery, and I'm also trying to get these trees to crossbreed and give me new types of wood for decorations, and I'm going to try to make some butterflies. But first, something that I recorded last night. Well, what do you know? It is possible for something nasty to spawn in the shade of that tree just before nightfall. There is an unknown type of creeper and a spider. And I'm just going to leave them be. These bees just are not actually mutating the tree leaves at all. Everything is still birch, oak, and I'm going to plant some spruce saplings in this area as well. But ultimately, what I need to do is make some stone trowels, just cobblestone and a stick. Turn this grass into Botany breeding soil, and that will generate butterflies, and the butterflies will pollinate the trees, because the bees are not doing it, not in the bee house. I am amazed at just how quickly weeds take over Botany soil. I haven't even finished turning all of this area into soil yet. You cannot turn it into soil where there are plants already growing, which caught me by surprise. The point of soil is to make new types of flowers by mixing their colors and stock styles, much like you mix bees. But you can't actually convert existing ground with plants into soil. I'm only doing it within the area that the... Oh. Did I lose plants, or did I lose flowers, or did I go too far out? I'm not sure which. In any event, I'm only doing it where I see flowers growing. I want to see if flowers will be planted by bees on this soil or not. I have, in fact, begun my automation. I've got grout smelting over here and collecting down here. Clearly, this is a very early beginning automation. But hey, it's starting. Sugarcane, I am up to 3, and I have spread it out. And more as it happens. And it is time to expand my pumpkins. And my potatoes. And vein crook. Nice. Oh, 8. A single pile of 8. And then the lumber X. Gotta level these tools up. So I'm trying to understand where my little industry corner turns out to be. With the furnaces over here. Turns out to be right basically in this corner here where these little chairs are by the swimming pool. My whole reason for coming over here was that I wanted to put hoppers on the tops of these guys so that I can load them easily. Now, having done that, I will repair my walls. I think I can call the garden attempt a failure. There has been no sign of any butterfly activity. Weeds have completely taken over the garden, and no new flowers were planted on the garden soil. So it looks like I have to actually plant the flowers on the garden soil if I'm going to have any chance of getting butterflies out of this. Certainly not what I was hoping to hear, or not what I was hoping to see. Meanwhile, I continue to build up drones and combs. I can make apiarist chests, crated honeycombs, beeswax and honey drops, torches! I may have a use for them. Scented paneling, candles, decoration, scented gears, wood polish. I may find a use for it. How did I wind up with 3,249? Not 3,250. Where did the tiny fraction that will mess up my bucketing disappear to? Something I did not know. You can actually make wool slabs. Thank you, Tinkerer's Construct. So the first thing we need for this quest is 18 seared bricks. Oh, okay. I was worried. At last. 3 for a lunch bag and 1 to select automation help. I will need some help. And I'll take a reward bag. Here are the quests. Start of our new world. Create a town hall and small farm. Warcraft! A crop farm and a town hall. A worker, a hoe, and fish. Gee, how valuable. Well, I'm assuming a worker is valuable, but the rest of it... Ooh, and pick one, 25 seeds or the Smeltery controller is just 8 seared bricks. Smeltery drain Let's try that again. The Smeltery drain is so there is black seared brick and brown seared brick. The seared tank needs a piece of glass. All right. Oh, vanilla glass, I bet. Getting back to this, the seared tank, we need one. a casting table, and the last thing is the seared faucet. I wound up making twice as much grout / seared bricks as I thought I needed before. So I overmade clay and undermade the others. And now it's time to claim the lava. Well, this is basically going to supply my smeltery with lava. $256 barrels of lava. You know something? You are now outclassed. 256 barrels. So now that I've got my smeltery task completed, the next thing is casts, and then I'm guessing ingots and parts. Just a straight ingot cast. But first, the real big questions I've been struggling with for a while now. Where to put this smeltery? Over here is the computer room where I started and broke out. Under here is a two-story high room that is currently just an entryway. Up there is the computer room. The one thing I remember about the smeltery is that you want it to be tall. And the current version, the book says there is no height limit on the smeltery height. So wherever I put it, I want it to be someplace where there's plenty of height, reasonably close to my base, access to the drains and everything. Let's get to bed before the sun sets. I think I know where it's going to be. I think I'm going to have it outside. I think this courtyard brick patio is going to become a seared brick. I have roof access over here for the times when I need it. I can bring it in through here. So my drain and faucet can be here. This is all stone. There's no iron blocks. I think that will work. I think that will work. Plug this up for now. So I think I know where that's going to go. Now then, let's check on the progress of my pumpkin patch. I think I almost have enough pumpkin seeds. Almost. I guess now we find out just how mob-proof my situation really is. I actually thought the junk fishing went in 1.8. Yet here I am in 1710, so far collecting a bowl, seaweed, and rotten flesh, and no fish. And a rubber sapling? How big is the tree that gives you? I'm half afraid to find out. And I also want to test what vein miner can actually do. Yes. Somehow, and I don't have the slightest idea how, a skeleton managed to get up here. There is an Enderman, which I don't want to look at. 2 of them. And I don't have any idea how a skeleton managed to climb up. But a skeleton did. The only way up is that passageway and around. And frankly, they should have been seen on the mini-map. Yeah, I definitely got visited by a skeleton. I finally caught a fish. I've gotten all sorts of things. But fishing has definitely changed. I thought the change to fishing went in 1.8, but it's actually in 1.7.10. It's like the rate at which you get something has not increased, but the huge increase in junk means that instead of getting, oh come on, that bobber bobbed. Instead of getting food at a reasonable rate from fishing, you're now getting more junk than anything else. And why do I have the nibbling and the bubbles when I'm picking up seaweed anyways? That makes no sense. Well, at least I have gotten 2 fish. So really, now that I have a lunchbox, a lunch bag, there's no issue with food, even with hunger overhaul. As you can see, there's an Enderman upstairs. I moved the air hole to the other side of the pond so that if anything does come up, I can see it. Yeah, fishing seems to definitely have turned into strictly junk. And the junk items from fishing wouldn't have been so bad if they had increased the frequency. But they didn't increase the frequency, so it's just a loss. This is annoying. There's a party inside my house and I was not invited. I feel like a party crasher. I'm guessing it was because of the rain. Alright, so how am I going to deal with all of these various creatures and armored warriors and everything else? What? No!